Even Jey Uso fans need to admit this, and in this video, we're going to be discussing the bad news that is Jey Uso's reality, because he is in a very, very weird place. Let's look at this Monday's episode of Monday Night Raw. So WWE, they continued the build towards Clash in Paris. It's next Sunday, and Jey Uso has a significant match on the card. In fact, I believe he has the main event of the show. It's going to be Jey Uso versus CM Punk versus LA Knight versus World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins. Fatal 4-way. It's going to be Seth Rollins' first match um, at World Champion defending it, and it's going to be significant. And a lot of people, when Jey Uso was put in this match, there was a lot of optimism and there was a lot of hope and belief that, hey, Jey Uso can come in here and maybe, just maybe, shock the world and win the world title. Maybe Jey Uso can go out there and do enough that he changes the minds of WWE brass, okay? Well, on this week's episode of Monday Night Raw, he actually got to headline the show, which is pretty cool, right? And so WWE set it up with a segment. Seth Rollins came out, and his group along with him. Okay, and Rollins about to cut a promo, but Jey Uso entered through the crowd, and he stayed in the crowd to cut his promo. Okay, he said he was tired of the vision. He called Breaker a puppy dog that he would have to deal with tonight. Now, Rollins then egged on Breaker by claiming that Jey said things about Breaker and his family that he actually never did. Rollins claimed that Jey said that he was a better and stronger athlete than Breaker and claimed that Jey thought his family was stupid. I guess Breaker believed him because he wanted to go after Jey right then and there, but it was Rollins who stopped him. Now, Jey, he seemed unbothered by all this. Now, Heyman said that in a bingo hall not so far away, men used to settle the differences in the ring in a particular type of match. He was about to proclaim in a match that had star powers like Sandman, New Jack, RVD, Sabu, Tommy Dreamer, Dudley Boys. And then Jey cut him off and offered the match instead. Extreme Rules. So that set up the main event. Now, the main event, Braun Breaker, Jey Uso, it was a traditional, WWE hardcore match, right? You had tables, you had kendo sticks, you had chairs, you had brawling. And of course, because it's WWE in 2025 and you have a heel faction, you must have a bunch of outside interference. So, sure enough, there was outside interference from Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins, right? And that led to the likes of CM Punk and LA Knight coming down there. You also had Roman Reigns come out there. So what happened? The finish was CM Punk, LA Knight, they watched on as Roman Reigns took out Braun Breaker on the outside of the ring, right? I believe he hit a spear. I believe he hit a Superman punch to Bronson Reed. Jey Uso got the win. 1, 2, 3, right? Hit the super kick, hit a splash off the top through a table. 1, 2, 3. He beat Braun Breaker. Big deal, right? Yes, big deal, because obviously WWE protects Braun Breaker very well. Here's what you need to admit, and here's the sour of bad news. Jey Uso couldn't beat Braun Breaker without the help of Roman Reigns. Now, I understand that WWE is building towards this fatal 4-way match at Clash in Paris. I understand that WWE is eventually building towards a Roman Reigns-Seth Rollins match. I think, though, it was overshadowed that Roman had to help Jey win the match. From a optic standpoint, it's not a very good look. From a Jey Uso fan base standpoint, it's not a very good look. Because it's telling you, it's telling the casuals, it's telling the hardcores, it's telling just people in general, Jey Uso can't beat Braun Breaker without outside help from big cousin Roman Reigns. The tribal chief has to help him. He can't stand on his own. And this is the second time in which WWE has done this, where Jey must be saved by Roman. And I think that is a bad narrative, because we come in a very interesting time where WWE has really made Jey Uso fans kind of disbelieve, right? Because we had the transformational year in 2023. We had a really good year in 2024, even though WWE continuously booked Jey Uso like he was a clown and not being able to win big matches. But then it was 2025 where finally the momentum got enough where WWE felt, you know what, let's do something with Jey Uso. Let's give him that Royal Rumble win. Let's give him a world title match against Gunther, a guy in which he could not beat. So he beats Gunther at WrestleMania. He wins the world title and then just goes downhill from there. His title reign was absolutely laughable. It was not memorable at all. He didn't do anything of note before losing it back to Gunther. Since then, he has been failing. He failed to win the King of the Ring tournament. He failed in his pursuit of reclaiming the World Heavyweight title. He had to be saved by big cousin Roman Reigns in his feud, in his continued feud with The Vision, with Seth Rollins, with Braun Breaker, with Bronson Reed, with Paul Heyman. And now WWE has put him in a fatal four-way match, albeit for the World Heavyweight title, only to be there to be beaten, right? I've touched upon this in a previous video, but I will say this. It is one thing for someone to be put in a world title picture. That's always a good thing. It is another thing to always be put in a situation in which he's in the ring with their top stars. Seth, Punk, LA Knight, all top stars. But then you have to look at the reason. If it's a reason because you think Jey Uso is a main event star and you want him in the match, cool. It's a reason if you think, hey, Jey Uso can get a rub from these guys and or can bring up, talent lower on the card. But Jey Uso is not put in this match because he needs to be given more star power. He's over like Rover. Jey Uso doesn't need to be in this match to elevate others. They're already there. No, Jey Uso is put in this match to lose. Okay? His win over Braun Breaker, in which should be significant, it's a second place trophy. It's a give me. Hey, if you go and you just put on paper, Jey Uso defeats Braun Breaker. Well, your initial reaction would be, holy crap, they actually did that? That's significant. Like, that's a major thing because Braun Breaker has been well protected his entire tenure in WWE. Clearly, they see him as the top guy. Wow, he beat Braun Breaker. But then if you write at the very end of it, it's because of Roman Reigns, well, then your narrative, your vision of it, your perception of it completely changes. That's what happened, right? Don't overlook what WWE did. Don't have the fanboy eyes on when you see it. WWE played the band very well. They said, Jey Uso, we're going to let you beat Braun Breaker, but we're not going to do it in the way in which you think we are. We're not going to let you just beat him clean. Now, we got to protect him, right? It's the whole, well, we got to keep Roman really strong. Okay. So if you look at it like that, I don't think Jey going over Braun is as significant as a deal as it should be. Just my opinion. Let me know down in the comments.